going on, guys? So I'm gonna keep my voice down because Aspen's asleep, but I really wanted to make this video because honestly I was a little bit let down. My last purchase, I bought this beautiful GameCube CIB, came in the box, everything. The box is in beautiful shape. It's really a fantastic example in terms of a box, but I ran into an issue where the GameCube had pretty bad UV damage that really wasn't shown well in photos. I'm not going to be annoying about it. I'm not going to be petty. I'm not going to say something mean or send it back. I'm kind of past that point. But I hope you guys can learn from that video because I was really excited for that and pretty let down overall. So I kind of decided it might be best for me to go ahead and get into the rest of these products before I was going to let them pile up for my first ever Nintendo Mystery Mail Day. I figured that I would separate the Pokemon products from Nintendo from the really baseline Nintendo products featuring consoles mostly, like vintage consoles. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. And I was also kind of paranoid and thinking maybe I should go into these products because the sellers might think, oh yeah, he must have liked whatever I sent him. But I want to make sure that everything I have here is good to go and in decent shape, right? Because I feel like a lot of my purchases have been pretty good thus far. Nothing that I really felt bad about until this GameCube. And it just sucks because I paid top dollar. I bid, one of the highest bids, the highest bid to get that GameCube. But in the sold listings, I definitely paid pretty much top dollar. So I was bummed out that it had sun damage. At the very least, maybe some scratches, maybe like a ding or a dent there, but at least the original color. So that GameCube has now become my, the one that came in this box, I've swapped with my nicer one that I originally just bought from someone's collection. That one was actually in way better shape. So that one's going in this box where it will stay for the remainder of its life. And then the one that had the UV damage, I figure since I'm going to play a lot of games on the GameCube moving forward, especially the Game Boy games on my Game Boy player, I figured that would be the perfect one to leave out because honestly, it's going to get UV damage in my living room too. So whatever, that'll be the system that I rag on. And it's in great shape. Everything is playing well. So it is what it is. I just swapped the Game Boy player onto that one. And it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get into the rest of these. And my first Nintendo Mystery Mail Day. It's weird because that's always been for Pokemon products, so it's going to be weird getting into this, but I know that Nintendo consoles, that's a market that I want to get into. That's a collectible that I want to continue with. I'm still going to be collecting Pokemon hardcore, but as with anything, when you're getting into a new collectible territory, a new market, there's so much uncharted territory and you're just trying to get through the basics. And so I'm trying to get through the basics, get all the color consoles, get some of the games that I really want. And then gradually, down the road, a couple years down the road, I'll get into the sealed products. But let's get into it. And already I'm noticing that I'm preferring the consoles that are in the box. But what I'm learning in this example, with my last example buying this box, the console in the box was in worse shape than the regular console that I just bought off somebody and bidding. So it is what it is. I'm not going to leave bad feedback, but I'm definitely going to let that seller know, I wish in the description you would have stated that the whole console had UV damage. But moving forward, good vibes, guys, shh, good vibes. Let's get into it. Guys! Turns out it's actually going to be my dogs that wake my daughter up, not me. I'm just like, please, Nintendo gods, please give me something better in these packages. It's usually 50-50. When you're buying stuff online, you gotta take everything with a grain of salt, right? Okay. We got a CIB product. Okay, let's hope this is in better shape. I really, really like the indigo purple. This will go perfectly with my GameCube box. That box is so nice. I'm so glad I got the box. The box is so clean. Beautifully wrapped. Beautiful. Okay, so right off the bat, the box is in really good shape. Of course, it's got a hole in it. Oh man, I really can't win. I can't win today. Okay, it's okay. Push that hole out a little bit. It's not going to be that noticeable. The front of the box looks like it's in good shape. I did win this in bidding. I don't remember it showing the side of the box at all. That's definitely something I would have taken into account. It's no wonder it went up for auction. It's so hard. It is so difficult to find these with a good box. It's so difficult. So the fuchsia pink one that I have down here, this box is a little bit dinged up, but it doesn't have any straight holes in it the way this one does in the side flap, but it's only the side flap. The back looks good. Top has a little dent in it, but it looks good. Bottom has the same little dent in it. That's weird. And then this side has nothing, which is good. I like how you can see the code on the back from the Game Boy. Let's go ahead and let's see what the most important thing, let's see how that's doing. Because the box is just one aspect of it. Really, we want to make sure that this console is super clean. So, oh, and it looks like we've also got pamphlets and everything. So yes, we've got pamphlets here. We've got a bunch of pamphlets here. I think that all came together. I'm not entirely sure, but all right, moving forward. All right, we've got our, all right, whew, this thing is in great shape. From what I can tell right now, I don't even really need to do any cleanup on this. This thing is in really good shape. Oh, yes, this is a sigh of relief. Got my microfiber right here. And I want to show you guys what a minty console looks like. Get that white down really nice. This thing doesn't even have a scratch on it. All original, OEM. This is what we want, baby. This is what we want, baby. A super clean Game Boy. And this is the stuff that I want to go for primarily. I really don't want like used beat up consoles. That's not something that I'm going for. And I think in the box most of the time, unless it's been swapped with something else. Oh, and it has batteries in it on top of it. I didn't even have batteries, so I wouldn't have even been on top of that. Wouldn't have even known. Wow, that's awesome. And it doesn't, I wonder if there's any corrosion at all either. Literally no battery corrosion. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Let's, I'm gonna go get my Pokemon Gold, see if it powers up. Which it should. There's no reason it shouldn't, right? I was just playing this on my GameCube with the Game Boy player. It's a lot of fun. If you guys are playing Game Boy again, let me tell you, this thing is a game changer. I didn't know this existed when I was a kid. I kind of heard of it. I kind of knew there was some way, and you can do this without this disc. I just think it's really cool that the first GameCube I bought came with this, like all the original packaging, the original box. This allows you put this disc in your GameCube. If it has the Game Boy player attachment on the bottom, you pop your cartridge in, and now you're playing with the controller, and you're using a joystick to move around. It's pretty cool. Not to mention having the Game Boy game on a flat screen TV here in 2023, that's awesome. And you might think it's not meant for a big flat screen, it's gonna look weird, but it really doesn't. Especially when you're sitting like 10 feet away, it's just like nice to have a really big screen and to have it lit without worrying about whether it's backlit or not. Okay. Let's turn the volume all the way up on this guy. This thing is so clean, I'm so happy right now. Looks like the battery is low. Doesn't really matter though. Still save my game. Beautiful. It actually looks so weird on the Game Boy. After playing on my TV, it looks so weird on the Game Boy. Okay, this thing needs fresh batteries. Well, let's go ahead and take these batteries out. It's not doing anybody good. And then after this, I can test this with some new batteries. I'm sure those batteries are just beat. That's probably what that is. Overall, with this purchase, I'm happy. I'm happy overall with this purchase. It could always be better, right? It could always be better, but let's just go over some things that you're gonna look for. Oh, looks like I see something. Finally see something. Yep. Okay, so actually we've got some scratches. We've got some very light scratches. This is literally the only thing I can point out about this thing. The battery compartment, these are usually super loose. This one's actually not too loose. I guess this one's kind of loose too. So this is pretty common. You'll have a loose battery compartment. Once the batteries are in there, it's usually a little more sturdy. But mainly you're looking for the stickers to see if these stickers are on here. What's the condition? Are they yellowed? Are they peeling? Do they have nicks in them? All that good stuff. Most of the rest of the console looks really good. We're looking for, let's see if we can get that to focus in. We're looking for any kind of dirt, any kind of grime up on the L and R pads up here. Doesn't look like there's anything. Honestly, this console looks like it's just completely clean. Like, this is just such a great example of one of these consoles, and I love it. And I love the fact that I didn't pay way too much for it. I won this in auction for I think 140, 130 maybe. I'm very happy with that. Not to mention, now I also have a Indigo console that matches my Indigo GameCube. So that's pretty cool in my book. If you ask me, that's pretty cool. Let's see, can I wedge this on top? No, that might be pushing it. You know what, we'll just put that right there for now. Beautiful. This is the dream for starting out my CIB collection. Let's put this Game Boy player. I'll put this, I wonder if it has a different side. No, I'll put this right here for now. I got the Game Boy player, I got a CIB Indigo, GameCube, Game Boy. Very happy with that stuff sitting on the shelf now. Definitely marks a new time in my collecting hobby and me adding on the Nintendo consoles to that list. So let's go ahead and get into the next thing. I'll get into this next bubble. And also, I'm learning a ton, so honestly, it doesn't hurt to know a lot about two different markets. I already know a lot about the TCG side stuff. It's time to get into the console stuff. I've been putting it off for a long time. I knew that it was going to happen eventually. I just didn't know when. And I knew that I didn't have time to play games. So I kind of thought, like, the thing with the TCG is I just collect this stuff. I look at it and then it's done. Or I open up some cards, it's done. Easy. With the console stuff, it's a little bit more engaging. Obviously, I'm playing the games, but I'm also cleaning up the consoles, taking care of them, opening them up. Like, that stuff, I really enjoy that stuff and that aspect of it. And it's definitely crossed my mind to do content on, working on these. Okay, let's get that out there. I like that this was in bubble wrap inside of a plastic baggie. Really do like that aspect. Okay. Wow. And this was a console that really I had the least. This is one of those consoles where anything can go, right? This is the atomic purple Game Boy console. Anything can happen here. This could be a total nightmare. This was not a high bid thing. I think this was $40. So I'm worried what the condition's going to be like. Right off the bat, there's some gunk. There's dirt. I can clean that up. I can certainly go in there. I mean, other than some dirt, which I can definitely hit it with some isopropyl. Other than that, everything looks good. Everything looks good. I got my atomic purple console. Now, my sister had one of these. I have no idea where it went, and it was bugging me, so I had to go ahead and get this. It was only $40. I'm not worried about it. Let's go ahead and see if this thing works. I'm not prepared. I don't have batteries in here, but I do have these ones. So perfect. Some dead batteries. That means, and there's no corrosion, no nothing. We should be good to go. I'm just hoping that the sound and everything works. Got sound all the way up. Doesn't look like this thing wasn't even like wiped. Doesn't even look like this thing was wiped down. Like nothing. This thing wasn't even relatively cleaned. Oof. And there's some, that is gross. That's really gross. So the first things first, first thing I noticed was how nasty this battery cover plate is. It's definitely not ideal, but let's go ahead and pop this game in, see if this works. If it works, if everything works, I'm happy. I got a Game Boy for 40 bucks. Everything works. The screen doesn't really have any scratches on it. Honestly, it's in really good shape. So this might be a success. So let's see if this guy works. Does look like everything is working. It definitely has like surface scratches all over it, but definitely harder to see, and I can probably buff those out anyways. I have like a plastic and glass buffing that I use for these screens, and it works really, really well to fill in these scratches and clean up the surface so that it looks a lot more mirrored. Beautiful, beautiful. You guys, I know it's so hard to see with the exterior light on it, but I know you guys can see that. Honestly, the color is probably, this is probably my favorite way. This might be my favorite way to play this. Everything looks perfect with the screen size. All right, let's close this out. We've got another good one in the books. I just need to spend some time cleaning this one up. But this is a pretty nice example overall. For 40 bucks, I absolutely am not complaining. Cannot complain for 40 bucks. Pretty happy overall. So I'll clean this one up. And I might not even clean it up too much because I definitely don't want to take the stickers off. What I liked about this one, despite its condition, was the fact that it had all the original stickers. That a lot of the times now they're reshelled or they're missing stickers or they have like aftermarket stickers stuff on there. This is, you can just tell from the laminated creasing on here that everything here is legitimate and authentic and from Nintendo. So I like that. I like making sure that my stuff is OEM. So that one's good to go. Game Boy Color crossed off my list. I'm really, really trying to get every color, every limited edition, every single CIB. That's like my ultimate goal for all of the Nintendo consoles. And once I've achieved that, I'll start to sell off stuff that I end up buying as duplicates. But the ultimate goal, right, is to collect the best versions for the best value. My problem is I don't want to skip straight to the $300 listings. I'm trying to find the diamond in the rough. I'm trying to find the hidden gems, you know? I'm trying to find the listings that are 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks, but really it's a $200 console in reality because it's super clean and super good condition. That's what I'm looking for. I know this wasn't the best example, but Atomic Purple was really the last thing on my list of to-dos. But I did see certain bids recently go very high for that console. I don't know why. I don't know if Atomic Purple is a fan favorite. It wasn't really on my radar, but I just won the listing, so whatever. How am I getting this open? Orion, you need help, sir. I really want to be able to reuse all this stuff. All right, here we go. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, Ben. Now, I haven't really talked with any of these sellers. I haven't been like, hey, I have a YouTube, I do shout outs. This is not something that was like a priority for me. It's different with Pokemon cards. That stuff is really expensive, and I'm trying to complete multiple sets, so I have to reach out to people and let them know, hey, I can do shout outs. You know, I can leave really, really good feedback. But with these consoles, this is not that big of a deal, so it's not really worth me trying to haggle with people or get a better price. Now Ben here offered to sell me his collection. I could not give him a high enough offer, and he put his cards up for auction. They are already going for the offer price that I gave within the first day of like an 8-9 day auction. So it's pretty crazy to me where the Pokemon market's at, because honestly it's just a bunch of bulk, and I was shocked that it went past 170. Like, the Pokemon market now, it feels like we're all getting left behind. It just feels like stuff's just getting way too expensive. So I don't know. I feel like I'm getting better value out of the console market, even though I just got that GameCube that was completely discolored. So I'm learning that, like, it's not just cards. It's everything. Like, you always think you're gonna get a better deal, but you really have to do your due diligence and look at photos of everything closely, ask questions. It never hurts. All right. So this is the lime green Game Boy Color. I really wanted this one. I kept losing auctions on it. Looks like it's in really good shape. All the ones that I was bidding on did not have the stickers on the back. This one has a... I don't even get what happened here. This one doesn't have the top cereal sticker, but and it has like a mark going across the back. Maybe I can get that off with isopropyl alcohol. Let's see. Yeah, I should be able to get it off with isopropyl alcohol. So as you guys can see, this console's in really, really good condition. This thing is super clean. I'm really happy to add it to my collection. Yeah, it hasn't even been wiped off. Super clean. Lime Game Boy Color. Dude, this color just pops off. This is definitely one of the better colors in my opinion. This would be one that I would really want to have. It just pops. This one just pops. Highly recommended. It's got some scuff marks. So on the back, I do think isopropyl alcohol will take this off, but you can see this right here. It's got this line going on the back, very faint. It's always got to be something, right? And part of the sticker peeled right here. It's got some faint lines right here. But that's about it. And I don't even know if I'm gonna try and get those off, because the console is just it's in very good condition for what it is. I might just put this one straight away. Let's go ahead and again make sure this one works. Got my dead batteries. There's no battery corrosion, nothing like that, which is a really good sign. Let's get that volume up. Beautiful. And I want to say, these Game Boy Colors, I swear, when you have the right lighting on them, they look better than the Game Boy Advance. They really do. There's something about the natural look of this that just is so damn appealing. But beautiful. Everything works great. On to the next one. Thank you, Ben. Glad to have received this console. It's in great shape. So now we got the lime green, we got the atomic purple crossed off the list. That's pretty dope. All right, moving forward. I think we're gonna get some SP action up in here. Maybe some CIB action up in here. Okay. Newspapers. Okay. Maybe I can reuse all that good stuff. Okay. Ooh, this is what I think it is. I splurged on this one. I definitely splurged on this one. I definitely overspent on this one. I'm hoping everything checks out. Okay, so this console is very important to me. I bought a modded blacked out console, thinking it would bring back some of the nostalgic vibes I had when I was a kid and had my Game Boy. The Game Boy that I had as a kid is, as you would have guessed it, black. I really wanted the black Game Boy as a kid. I like to wear all black. It's only fitting I would have had the black Game Boy. And just from what I can see on my screen, this Game Boy looks super clean. Just from what I can see, the screen doesn't look scratched up. The buttons pop off. Everything looks vibrant. Doesn't look like it's yellowing in any way. I am so happy I got this console. I paid $90 to get this console. I have a feeling that the black ones are harder to find. To be honest, I looked for 2 weeks and I did not see a good auction for one of these. And even this one isn't perfect for $90. That's a lot of money to spend on a old Game Boy Advance. I'm going to show you guys right now what we're working with. So, I don't know how I could have possibly missed this. I don't know how I could have possibly missed this. Okay, so I think I can get this off. But holy cow. Holy freaking cow. Holy cow. The rust, the corrosion that's in this thing. Oh man. I thought I was getting a cleaner black one. Oh man. The corrosion in this thing is very evident. This one's going to be fun cleaning up. This one's going to be really fun cleaning up. Okay. Yep. And battery corrosion inside. Of course, it would be the one that I overpaid for. Oh my god. This is a story of my... Dude, these... Oh man. This one actually... No, I was wrong. This one is going to require a really deep clean. Like a really deep clean. Yeah. Yeah, this one's going to require it. So, first things first, you've got crud all up in here. Everything, the face looks good though. No really bad dings or scratches on the face. I can definitely do a good job cleaning this up. I will enjoy cleaning this up. If you're looking at these buttons right here, let's see if we can get this to duck my head down. You can see all the crud up in this button, gross. All the crud up in this button, gross. If you look on the back, you can see that that one is literally rusted, which I can hit that with isopropyl, clean that up. That nut is roasted on the back. I don't know how I missed this, but I just didn't notice it. Whoever had this before me decided to put Sharpie over the actual label, which is super annoying. This label is like pretty much destroyed. This label is yellowed. This is not ideal. For $90, I got screwed on this console. But that was my choice. I was the one bidding on it. It's really hard to find a clean black one. I am going to have my job. So I have a whole job set out for me cleaning this thing up. I mean, really, this is going to be not fun. Let's see if this corroded thing still plays games. Oh, it just feels gross even holding this. And that's another issue buying secondhand market old consoles like this. If I see a black Game Boy Advance with a box, I'm going to jump on that thing like a cougar. Like, I'm going to pounce on it like a tiger. All right. This is gross. This is honestly, the fact that the screws in the back, the tri-wing screws in the back are rusted out, it's gross. It's like, this thing is so gross. I can't wait to take it apart and give it a good cleaning and call it mine. From right here, looks awesome. You know, I got another Game Boy Advance that I didn't have already, finally, but man, how does it look so nasty and it looks so much cleaner in the photos? I mean, this thing is just screams abused. Screams abused. All right. Okay, let's see if this thing works. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so taken aback by how poorly this thing was taken care of. Like, you go from this, how clean this console is, to that. It's just like, not to mention the color is much older, so came out much sooner than the Advance did. Ugh. Alright. Alright, everything works. Guys. Ugh. Yeah, scratched up. Honestly, way harder to see this than the Game Boy Color. This one's tough. You definitely need, like, you need a specific light on this. I'm sure if it had a light attachment, a little squirrely light above it, like, that would be perfect. But, man, the SP is just such a big jump. The SP is such a big jump. I have my work cut out for me on this console. I'm going to do this one first. That one definitely means the most to me, and I'll be excited to show you guys my improvements on that. I'm going to try and get the Sharpie off. My biggest thing will honestly be the Sharpie. Can I use isopropyl alcohol potentially and maybe just get the Sharpie off without destroying the sticker? That would be the most ideal solution, but if it comes to it, I may just debadge the whole thing, at least this sticker entirely, because it has Sharpie on it, and that's just going to bother me. But this thing needs a deep take apart and clean down. Ugh. Ugh. The battery contacts, the whole compartment, the whole 9 yards. I mean, maybe this will be something that I sell when I can get a cleaner one, but I'm going to make sure that's clean before it ever goes to anybody. That's gross. All right. Surprise, surprise. Swear, dude, what is up? I overpaid for that. I overpaid for the GameCube, and those are the ones that I got screwed on. Like, I would have never thought the ones I got good deals on would be the cleaner ones, but they really are. Like, what is with people's judgment? What is going on? What's with my judgment? How did I not catch that? How did I not see how disgusting that was? See, I have an iPhone 14 Pro, so like if I sell anything at this point, you can see every detail in the photos I take. You can like zoom in on the photos that I take of stuff I sell on Mercari, and you can see pretty much every little detail. Not to mention in my descriptions, I'll say like, it has a dent on the side of the box, it has a ding, you know. Dear God, please, redemption. Like, I don't care how well anything is wrapped if it's just in terrible condition. Oh, man. Also, it's amazing to me that you're gonna send that off to somebody and you're not even gonna take a second to like wipe the grime off of it. That's gross. The fact that someone would send that to me like that and think that's okay, that's gross. I might have to say something about that. I mean, like, just wipe it down at least. Disinfect it. All right. Please, please be a redemption. All right, we have a CIB product. We have a CIB US Game Boy CIB. Oh my God, it looks good. It looks good. There's a dent in the bottom. There's a crinkle. Overall, though, oh my God, it looks great. Overall, it looks great. I have a grape. This is probably my favorite color, too. I really like this grape color. I love the fact that it has the hollow foil Game Boy logo right here. So now I have one of these CIB, I have the GameCube CIB, I have two of the Advances CIB, so we're kind of getting there. And it's like half and half. Like, that CIB for the GameCube was like, eh. But the other two CIBs for the Advances were really good. Those were really clean consoles. I mean, really, you just gotta ask sellers, I guess, like, is this original? Is this box original to this console? Because that is going to be a big game changer. If stuff is getting swapped around, you know, the whole switcheroo, I can imagine people sell, you know, a clean box with like just a beat up console, even though I don't even know why you would do that, but whatever. So yeah, this one has the original sticker on here still. You can see that original sticker still on there. They just cut that. They didn't damage the box. I mean, what are the odds of that you wouldn't damage the box like all those years ago? Like, it's amazing how good of condition this stuff is, because as a kid I wouldn't have kept any of my stuff in these kind of conditions. This seller was pretty cool about this whole thing. I'm pretty sure we worked a deal, and he was like, yeah, the box is in fantastic condition. I already have this grape, so I don't really need the grape, but this grape has a little bit of crud on the A button. Doesn't really bother me. Some isopropyl alcohol will take whatever that crud is right off the A and B buttons. Just got to be careful not to get that on the paint. And then the back is fantastic. I mean, there's yellowing on the back barcode, but everything is there. All the original stickers are there. There's yellowing right there, but who cares about that? That's like super, super minor stuff. I don't think that really matters. There's no crud on there. Let's see the battery compartment. There's literally no corrosion whatsoever in the battery compartment. Wow. Oh, let's make sure this one works. Otherwise, fantastic pickup. I wonder what my other purple one looks like in comparison. I'll have to check that out after the video. I'm convinced everything looks better on these Game Boy Colors, though. Beautiful. All right, we're live. Looks like everything works on these guys. Yeah, the frame of the Game Boy Color, I think, looks so much better with natural light. Like, this is the one to play if you have natural light, for sure. Yeah, this is fantastic. Super clean. Very happy about it. Very happy about it. That was a good pickup. That was a really good pickup. And it's crazy. It's crazy to, like, pay $90 for a disgusting black Game Boy Advance that I'm going to have to spend an hour cleaning. It's crazy to get that. And for the same amount of money, I picked up this purple one. Well, I might have paid a little bit more for this CIB one, but I'll just go in. Okay, let's... Ryan, why don't you not damage this any more than you may have already? So when you have the box like that, that yellowed barcode doesn't look all that great. I wonder... And so I imagine, yeah, this one looks way cleaner. I imagine that a lot of collectors end up swapping stuff out, not necessarily for sales, but for the collectability of stuff. For me, the one that I picked up from Video Game World, which is a local video game vintage shop in my city, this one's way cleaner. If you look at this one, the barcode is way cleaner, way brighter. Everything is just cleaner on this one. This one has that yellow barcode, so I will definitely be swapping this one out. Clean console, clean box. Got another CIB crossed off my list. All right, moving forward. Last but not least, not sure what we're getting into here. Hopefully it's a CIB. If I knew better, it should be a CIB. Even though at the end of the day, I think the best deals are still going to be the consoles that don't have the boxes, but are just in really, really good condition. But there's always people bidding on this stuff. I never win an auction, just I'm the only bidder. You know, there's another person. There are so many people flipping Game Boys and consoles, and it's competitive, but not as much so as Pokemon. It's getting there. All the Game Boy Pokemon stuff, skyrocketing right now. Like, it's damn near impossible for me to get Emerald right now. I keep trying to buy an Emerald game for like $350. I think that's the price that you want to get an Emerald game with the CIB, with everything. I just saw a box, a mint Pokemon Emerald Game Boy box. I just saw that sell for $500. I just saw a sealed Pikachu edition Game Boy in the box sealed. I just saw that sell for $2,500 sealed. This stuff is hitting whole new levels. So, but that's also the Pokemon stuff. There's still a lot of growth to be had, and appreciation to be had, I think, just in the Nintendo market in general. Eventually, I'm going to have to throw these boxes out if I don't start selling some more stuff soon. I just have boxes piling up in here. All right. Collector lifestyle. Oh my God. Holy bejesus. I'm going to have my work cut out for me tonight. Holy crap. Holy crap. So, I thought this one was pretty clean. Whoa, do I have my work cut out for me? Holy crap, I have my work cut out for me. How did these even get so nasty? So the back of this is clean. We've got another indigo one, last one of the night. The front's pretty clean, but upon a closer inspection, you see there's crud in the membranes here, in the butt membranes, gross. There's crud in the crevices here, there's crud in the buttons. There's even stuff in the speakers. Now, I'm going to go into this thoroughly and clean this one too. Because this one will end up being for sale, but I am not going to let anybody get this console the way that it's looking now. Is it worth the money for me to even sell these consoles? Absolutely not. But it's a very fulfilling task taking these apart and cleaning them up. I highly recommend it. If you like just like little tasks, it's very pleasing and fulfilling to get these things cleaned up. Oh my God. Oh my God, yo. There's literally, I can take this out with my knife right now. There's literally, like, I've never seen anything like this. I just pulled this. I don't know if you guys can see this, but you can clearly see I just pulled a whole thing of lint just with my knife, the edge of my knife. I just pulled a whole thing of lint out of this console. It's disturbing how gross this thing is. This is disturbing. Battery contacts are great, but even the battery inside, this thing is just gross. Good Lord. People just don't care for their stuff anymore. My God. I get these are old. I get they're old. So, you know, that's probably the biggest reason why it wouldn't be taken care of. But, ay. Okay, so this one has the stickers, which is nice. You know, overall, I don't even want to put my microfiber on this. It's so gross. Jesus. Oh my God, they didn't even wipe it off. But that's why I bought it, because it has original everything. It's not dented, it's not scraped up. And the screen is actually in really, really good shape, despite the fact that this thing is gross. It's very easy. If you have a repair little toolkit for this stuff, it's very easy. You can get this on Amazon for like 25 bucks. Super easy to take this stuff apart and clean it up, and it's very fulfilling. And then you're sending a console back out into the world that's all cleaned up and ready to go to the next owner in way better shape than you received it. I think I got this one for like $50, something like that. So let's go ahead, and I know the last one I sold of these was it was cleaner. It was cleaner, but honestly, the back of it, these were all messed up. And it's still sold for $125. If I pick this up for 50 bucks and I give it a really good cleanup, and at that point, I'm probably going to be attached to it and want to keep it. More and more, I'm getting attached to my collection. I'm wanting to keep everything, but I know I can't do that. But this is definitely my favorite color. Whenever I see an indigo advance and it's in decent shape, I really try to go for it. But I definitely did not see this coming with this thing's disgusting condition. So now, without further ado, guys, it's been a great Nintendo Mystery Mail Day #1. It's been great. It's been great having you guys. Thank you guys for supporting me. I know I've been switching it up a little bit. We've got Scarlet Violet. I just got my notification that my Scarlet and Violet package has been shipped out. That's 4 cases of Scarlet Violet. That should be on the way, and it should be here in a short couple of days. Anyways, guys, peace out. I'm really excited to open up some Scarlet Violet, even though, honestly, I don't think Scarlet Violet is as hype as everybody's making it to be. And I'll probably open a couple products, and that'll be that for Scarlet Violet. I still have to open up Crown Zenith stuff. I still have to complete my Crown Zenith set, or even try to complete it. It's just so difficult. It's so hard to complete sets. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and peace out. I'm gonna get to cleaning stuff up.